Hey guys, Ben here from Hyper Coliseum. We just wrapped up locals, and we've got Cooper here, who's going to be doing a deck profile of his Gammamon deck. He's been absolutely cooking with this. He slapped me a bunch of times with this, and I know he had a pretty good match play commentary video with the deck, so we wanted to showcase it for it. So Coop, tell me what sort of inspired you to make this deck.
Yeah, so ever since RB1 dropped, I looked at the Gammamon cards and I'm like, this looks really interesting to play with, especially with what the RB1 hero does. It's more kind of like a toolbox thing. Depending on what situation you're in, you could just slide sources underneath to give your stack what you need to deal with whatever your opponent is playing. And I thought that was pretty cool. So
Nice.
yeah.
Sweet. So let's hop right into the profile here.
Yeah, so starting with the eggs, we are playing 4 of the RB1 Gammamon. What it does, once per turn, your turn, when you place the source underneath this Digimon, you get to draw a card. Oh, yeah. I don't know if the glare is, yeah, but you get to draw a card when you put a source underneath. Really good, lets you cycle through your deck and find your pieces faster.
Nice.
And now let's move on to the rookies. I run 4 of the RB1 Searcher. This is mandatory. On play, reveal the top 3 cards. You can add a card with Gammamon in its text and a hero. So if you search the top 3 and you find 2 heroes, you could actually add them because hero does have Gammamon in text. So that's always handy.
Nice.
Inheritable, while this Digimon is Gammamon, it has plus 2,000. You don't need to have a hero in play, so it'll have the plus 2,000 all the time.
Nice.
And that's that. So now I run 4 of the promo Gammamons also, which is just another rookie to run. Your turn inherited, gain plus 2,000 DP if you have a hero. So sometimes you may not always have your hero in play, which may sometimes be a problem.
Sure.
And then the next card I run is 1 copy of the, I think, BT-8 Gammamon, which is your turn once per turn. If you play a red Tamer, you get to draw a card. And inherited, when attacking, it's not limited to once per turn. If you have 6k or more DP, you get to delete a 3k DP or less. So it's really good for deleting floodgates or little guys that are stuck on the board.
Nice.
And the next rookie we run is 4 of the purple Gammamons from LM. And I'm gonna have to take this real quick. So the source, the on deletion lets you play a hero from your hand without paying the cost. Really good to help you just spit your Tamers out for free. And then this has an all turns when an effect deletes one of your other Digimon other than, oh no, it's just deletes one of your Digimon, you can Digivolve into a level 4 with Gammamon in its text without paying the cost.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And this you will usually see when you use the other rookie, which is 3 copies of Pokemon.
Yeah.
On play, reveal the top 4 cards, and you get to add 1 card with Gammamon in its text. And this alterns is when one of your Digimon with Gammamon in its text would leave the battle area, you could delete this, prevent that from leaving. So again, this helps you lets your stack stay on the field a little longer, gives it some more protection, really good.
A lot of cycling and searching with your low ends, huh? Like with your rookies, you're like really just cycling through your deck a whole lot.
You're cycling a lot because you want to get your level 4s to put underneath with the hero start of main, and that just lets you build your stack up and give all these awesome inheritables that you could use.
For sure.
So I don't know if I want to clear this. I'll clear it. Yeah. And then the next card, starting with the level 4s, I run 4 of the RB1 Gulus Gammamon. And this is a end of attack by deleting this Digimon. You could delete another Digimon with DP less than or equal to that. And on deletion, you get to play a Gammamon from your trash suspended without paying the cost.
Nice.
So usually you could get this guy up pretty high, up to like 8 or 10k DP, depending if you have the hero or if you Digivolve into it that turn, you could suspend the hero, give it the DP. And it helps you clear board and it helps you play other rookies out. So you could also just play another searcher and search the top 3, get more pieces. Or if you have this one underneath, you get to play a free Tamer, which is really good because you get the on deletion of it. So again, this card, really good. Lets you clear the opponent's board and lets you either search for more pieces, play a hero, and you get the other rookie once with the undeletion.
Yeah, I remember when I was playing you, I felt like every time I tried to control board, there was just more stuff was coming up.
Yeah, honestly, this very good control. I love it.
Yeah.
And then next for the purple level 4s, I run 3 of the BT-10 Gammamon, Gulus Gammamons. This has retaliation, and on deletion, play a Gammamon suspended. Really good with retaliation, makes your opponent think twice about swinging into your guy, so in case they don't want to die, really good. That's all there is for that. For the red level 4s, I run 2 of the RB1 Beetle Gammamons, which gives you raid, and when Digivolving, if you don't have a hero in play, you could play one without paying the cost. So usually, what comes up for me is I Digivolve into this, and then I could play my hero memory setter for free, which is always a plus.
Oh, sure.
And raid, it will help you clear and control board so many times when you get up to your level 5s and 6s.
Nice.
And then I run 1 Beetle Gammamon from BT-8, which on Digivolving Blitz, which is always nice because you may pass turn when you're Digivolving. One problem with this, it doesn't have an alternate Digivolution cost, so it has to be over a red Gammamon. Otherwise, you're kind of screwed with that.
Sure.
So that's why it's at 1. Next, I run 2 of the Wezen Gammamons, which is green blocker. Blocker always is nice. You get to play, you usually get to play this from your trash, give yourself another body to block with, or you could give your big stack a blocker, and that's always helpful for stopping attacks. And so those are the level 4s, about 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which is good. I find this is a pretty good number. So, yeah,
Very toolboxy set of like effects.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you could always customize your level 4s. You could run the blue evade if you want that one, but I personally don't really use that one.
Sure.
Yeah. So now move on to the level 5s. I run 2 of the RB1 Candle Weissmons, which basically lets you warp if you have a Digimon with Gammamon in its text as a bottom Digivolution source. Really good if you're missing some pieces. If you already slotted in with the hero, then you could Digivolve Warp into this for the cost of 3. And all turns, it'll gain all the effects of the Gammamon underneath it. So all the level 4s underneath it, raid, blocker, it will gain that, which is always very, very helpful. Again, we run the counterpart of purple, the RB1, which basically has the same thing. All turns, this gains all the effects of Gammamon in its in its name underneath. And so this also has a when Digivolving, when attacking. By trashing a card in your hand, you can give that Digimon, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level. So what's always nice is to have the RB1 Gulus along with this underneath. So if you do its when attacking or when Digivolving effect, you swing and it lives, you can pop this Digimon to delete something with DP, and then you could delete something with the lowest level. So potentially you could delete big stacks that your opponent has that you may not otherwise because this is lowest level.
Yeah.
So there's that.
A lot of sneaky control.
A lot of sneaky control. And now, this is probably my favorite card of the deck. I run 4 of the LM1 Regulus Ace. So on play, when Digivolving, you trash a card if you want, and then you could slot a card with Gammamon in its text as its bottom source, and if you do that, you can pop a level 4 or lower Digimon, and if you do pop a level 4 or lower, you get to play something level 4 or lower with Gammamon in its text from your trash, And that doesn't apply, that could apply to your own Digimon or your opponent's Digimon. But usually you're gonna pop your opponent's Digimon and that'll let you play out more level 4 bodies. Like maybe if you need another blockers, that's in trash, you get to play that out.
Sure.
You get to play out this, so you could have more on deletion stuff. And it's just so good. Usually I try to blast into it, but if not, that's fine. Another thing here is if you're going to this for your level 5, what you want to do is you want to slot either this one or this as its bottom source, so it will gain the effects of the level 4 underneath.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, it's not going to gain those effects, and it's going to not be a strong stack unless you have those.
Nice.
And so those are the level 4s that I run. I run about 8 of them, which is a pretty good number for me.
Yeah.
Again, you could always customize it, but I find this these ratios pretty good. So yeah, those are the level 5s. And then we move on to the level 6s. I run 3 Serious Mons, which basically has, when digivolving, by placing a card with Gammamon in its name, or sorry, in its text from your hand as the bottom source, you get to delete something with DP less than or equal to this. And you could get this guy very high DP. It's ridiculous if you have the heroes and you keep digivolving, doing all this shenanigans. It's very fun to just pop something huge. And if you do pop something, you get to unsuspend the Digimon, which is always a plus.
Yeah.
And so, again, going back to the level 5s, if you do the blast and you don't put this underneath, this is probably your last time to put this card underneath as a source, but it has to be in your hand. So
Sure.
you have basically 2 windows, either here or a level 6 there, but it has to be from your hand.
For sure.
And then we have 3 Arcturus Mons. So when digivolving, you could place a card with Gammamon in its text from your trash as its bottom source, and then you get to pop something equal to the number of Digivolution cards. So sometimes you could get up to like 7 or 8 Digivolution cards, which means you could pop a level 7 or 8, which is really good. I've done that to Death-X a couple times. It was pretty funny.
I know that. I know that feeling.
And then if this is underneath a Digimon also, the inheritable, when an opponent's Digimon is deleted, if it has Gammamon in its text, you get to trash the top card of your security. Always a good card to do. You could even put it under your Regulusmon if it's still your turn, and you get to trash the security. Very good.
Which is like, you've used that a lot against like me and like other players too. Like, that's trashing security has been like huge with the aggression that you push, and then trashing security is just crazy fast.
Definitely. It's so good. And then this guy also has an on deletion. You get to return a Digimon card to your hand from your trash. And if you have a Proximum or a Serious Mon, you get to trash that from your hand. And if you do that, you get to play a Serious Mon for free, which is always really good. So that is usually what you want to do when you digivolve into that. That dies, you trash this, play Proximum for free. Or if you have this stack where Serious Mon's on top, Arcturus Mon's somewhere in the sources, you will digivolve into your Serious Mon for only 3 costs. Nice. Not the other way around, unfortunately. And now, here is where the spice is. Before I ran 4 Arcturus Mons, but I
You guys ready for this?
It's
you guys
pretty
ready?
funny. Today, I decided to put in 1 copy of Anubis Mon. When digivolving main, you may trash up to 3 cards, and then you get to play a purple Digimon card, no level restriction, reduced by 3, and then for each card trashed, you get to reduce it more. This, you can play Regulusmon Ace. That lets you pop a level 5, then you get to do its on play, put something underneath to pop a level 4 of an opponent's Digimon, so that's 2 Digimon deleted, then you get to play another level 4 or something Digimon, which again, procs Anubismon. So you get to delete 3 things, 2 level 5s and a level 4, and you get 2 more bodies, a level 5 and a level 4.
When you whipped that bad boy out on me, I was shook.
I'm
still shook.
Yeah, no one expects it. It's so funny. It's hilarious. And again, if you don't have Regulusmon in your trash, you could play a level 4 for 3 memory, or you could play a Gammamon for 0, a purple Gammamon for 0, which is always good.
Yeah.
That's if you don't have it in trash. So those are the level 6s. I run 7 of them. Yeah, so that's that. And now I run 2 copies of Proximamon. I don't really need any more of these. I think 2 is perfect. End of your turn, you get to place a source underneath from your hand or trash, I believe. Yeah, as the bottom source, and then you get to delete something with DP less than or equal to this. So at minimum, you're going to be deleting 15k or more, which is always good. And then alt turns, when a Digimon is deleted, you get to play a level 4 with Gammamon, I think in its name. No, it just says 1 level 4 lower Digimon, so it doesn't even have to be Gammamon, but I mean, they're all Gammamon. So yeah, you get to play that from trash for free, which is also really, really good.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's that. And then again, we'll move on to Tamers. I run 4 of the RB1 heroes, which start of your main turn, by placing a card with Gammamon in its name as a bottom source. You get to draw one and gain a memory. And your turn, when one of your Digimon digivolves into a Digimon with Gammamon in its text, suspend the Tamer, give it plus 2,000. Really good, helps you cycle more and gain more memory on your turn. And then lastly, I run one copy of the Memory Setter Hero. Set your memory to 3 each turn, and then your turn, when you attack with a Digimon. Now, this says with Gammamon in its name, so you could even use this on your level 3s or level 4s. It doesn't have to be level 5 or higher. Since it's a Gammamon deck, you could actually use this at a level 4 or level 3, which is always great.
Nice.
And yeah, so those are the cards that I use for this deck, and it works out really well for me.
What are some matchups that you enjoy playing against?
Honestly, you know, armor forms or anything like Terriermon or some deck that goes wide. It's fun because then you get to do all your little fun effects and just start popping the board and controlling the board better. I personally don't like going against OTK decks because they're hiding in Raise. You can't really do much with your stuff. You can't really pop their things because they're hiding. But yeah, decks that want to go wide or want to like control the board, I like going against those decks a lot.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, leave it to you to cook up something like this. So always appreciate you, Coop.
Yeah,
thanks for doing this.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah.